नहीं, इसको बोल 8899 मेरा तुम्हारा मेरे को नहीं भेजना है, 8899425566 इसमें भेज देना लिंक। और वो दिला मैंने भेजा है, दीपांश ने भेजा ऐसे करके। मम्मी का फ़ोन है। हमें कोई ग्रीन सिग्नल देगा, हम शुरू हो जाएंगे। अच्छा, आपके चैनल पे लाइव चल रहा है? Let everybody circulate the link so that we reach the maximum viewership that we can have.
Most of the viewers are stolen by Dilip भैया अपने चैनल अपना निकाल लिए। DSCC के तो सारे दिलीप भैया का देख रहे हैं।
अर्ली बर्ड टू वर्म तो यही होगा ना? वो हम थे।
इसके लिए भी बिडिंग होगा। अरे एक्चुअली ये कास्ट लगा।
Is this something happened? क्या हुआ? टीवी कुछ कर रहे हो तुम? Our technical team is doing something. I hope the cast is back. Still not.
पर कुछ तो अच्छा दिख रहा है।
क्या ही दिख रहा है? Are we good to go? We should be good to go now. I think we are already mobile. I am not sure. We are having some technical difficulties again. Are we not having the sound on the live stream? Only video is there, audio नहीं है. Hello. इतना तो पास में आ गया. Which one? 1 222 mic check 3. नहीं अभी mic check वाला let's see if that comes. And how is it compared to what अभी अच्छा है? Is it? And off करेंगे तो it will be very humid. Everybody is wearing jacket.
Full volume में नहीं आ रहा मतलब।
So is it getting captured by laptop then?
It is getting captured by
मेरा वाला phone.
Arian
Arian webcam. I can be my voice can be बुलंद but इतना भी नहीं. मतलब थोड़ा और further बुलंद जा सकता हूँ. हाँ? I don't think it is getting captured from here. वो उधर से ही आ रहा है आवाज. मतलब उधर से capture हो रहा है. आपको थोड़ा जोर से बोलना पड़ेगा. जोर से तो हम बोल देंगे, कितनी देर तक वो क्वेश्चन है. Mic check, mic check. Is this good? Still not good? See, let's. This is not coming. This is not working. I think. Hello, hello, hello. किसी के पास वायरलेस हेडफोन है? वायरलेस हेडफोन है. ये दो. हाँ. मेरा 10 मिनट का टेक बट आज ट्राई करते हैं. If that works, we'll go that.
चलिए बोल लगा देना.
So can you remove this?
Let it be.
Let it be there.
Good
Okay.
लगा.
Cool लगे? Okay. Welcome everybody. I'm doing a mic check once more before beginning the actual thing. Is this good? I think we are getting a good feedback. Okay, so let's start. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to the third chapter of Daba presented by Dark Aces Cricket Club. Talia, please. Thank you. Dark Aces Cricket Club is a group of enthusiastic engineers who have great passion for cricket. We play on regular weekends. We are playing tournaments as well. We have our own Instagram handle. We have our own YouTube channel, as well as we have our partner channel as well, called Sports Engineer, on which you can also see this particular live stream. So today we are presenting the auction for the Daba Season 3 box ticket tournament, which is going to be held on the upcoming weekend of 25th and 26th January. Uh, so without further ado, let me present you with the team owners and the retained players first. So first we have Indri Renegades, their owner, Mr. Shivam Kumar, and the retained player, Mr. Abhay Singh. I would request my technical team to present the retained players on the screen as well. Next we have the champions of the last tournament, Buds Blitzers, their owner Rohit Jangir, and the retained player, Mr. Prateek. Uh, for the sake of information for all our audience as well, we have this rule in our tournament that each and every team and the owner can retain one player from previous tournament, and that's how we have one retained player in each and every team. Yeah, going ahead with our introductions. Next, we have Malt Mavericks, their owner Mr. Kumar Gaurav Singh, and the retained player Mr. Ragat. Next in line, we have Jamison Jaguars, their owner Mr. Ghansham Chetri, and the retained player Mr. Abhishek Chaudhary. And this season we have a new team called Old Monks, their owner Mr. Vivek Kumar Singh, and the retained player Mr. Manish Mani. So let me begin by introducing you with the rules of this auction. So the maximum points in every team's buy purse is 2,000 points. They have to complete a roster of seven players. Yeah, and to get that, along with that owner plus retained player, they have to get five more players in this auction for their particular team. Mostly, I think everybody will be going for all rounders, but let's hope all the teams comes out. And we have divided the players among two slots. Right now, we are beginning with a slot B, which have and I think the owners have the information which all players are in the slot in that particular slot. At the end of first round, we will have a break. Then we will begin the second round. In case some players are unsold in the first round, they will be taken up again in at the end of the second round, right? And the other rules of this particular auction is in each and every round they have so in one of in the rounds they have to buy at least one player, and maximum they can buy four players, right? If they complete a roster of four players in the first round itself, they will not be allowed to bid anymore for the other players in the first round, right? So I think we can begin the bidding now. If owners, are you all good to go? Indri, Buds, all good. We can let's start. So let's see. Let's begin the round by getting the first player. First player is Rushi. The base price is 80. So do I see any base price bid? Rushi. Rushi, I see a bid from Old Monks. 80 to Old Monks. Rushi to Old Monks. Base price bid 80. Do I see any other bid? I see from malt. 100 for malts. Rushi, 100 for malts. I see from old monks. 120 for old monks. 120 for old monks. Do I see any other interest in Rushi? Indri, birds. Indri, 140 from Indri. 140 from Indri. 140 from Indri. 160 from old monks. 160 from old monks. From monks. I think I should stick to monks. 160 from monks. 160 for monks. 160 for monks. Roshi. Do I see any other interest? Do I see any other interest in any other bids? Any other bids? 160, final call, told to old monks. Rushi. So the new team has got the first player of the round. Next, let's see who is there. Next we have Dilip Chaudhary. Dilip Chaudhary for the base price of 100. Dilip Chaudhary for the base price of 100. Malt Mavericks 100. Malt Mavericks 100. He is a very good bowler. I see from old monks 120. 140 from Malt. 140 from Malt. 140 from Malt. 140 for Malt. He has a very good record. 160 from Indri. 160 from Indri. 180 from Malt. I see a bidding over here, I think. 180 from Malts. 180, 100, 200. 200 from Indri. 220. Malts is seeking out the lead, it seems. 220. 220, 240. 240 I see from Indri. 240 from Indri. 240 from Indri. 260. 260 from Malt. 260 from Malt. 260 from Malt. 260 from Malt Mavericks. Seems like Old Monks has pulled out. 260 from Malt. 280 from Jamison Jaguars. The X team calling out again. 260, right? 280. 280 from Jamison Jaguars. 280, 300. 300 to Malts. 320. 340 to Indri. 340 to Indri. Dilip Chaudhary. 340. 340 from Indri Renegades. 340 from Indri Renegades for Dilip Chaudhary. 360 from Old Monks. 360. 360. 360. 360 from Monks. 360 from Monks. 360 from Monks. 360 from Old Monks for Dilip Chaudhary. He is a very sought out bowler. 380 from Jamison Jaguars. 380 from Jamison Jaguars. 380 from Jamison Jaguars. 380 from Jamison Jaguars for Dilip Chaudhary. 380 from Jamison Jaguars for Dilip Chaudhary. They are trying to bring back the player again this tournament. 380. 380 from Jamison Jaguars. 380 from Jamison Jaguars. Do I see any other bids? Old Monks. 380 from Jamison Jaguars. 400. I see that that's a raise or not? That's a raise. 400 from Old Monks. 400 from Old Monks. 400 from Old Monks. 400 from Old Monks. A very talented player came pretty early in the auction. 400 from Old Monks. Jamison Jaguar, I think they are calculating. 400 from Old Monks. Do I see any other bid? Indri reaching out? No. 400 from Old Monks. Do I see any other bids? 420 from Jamison Jaguars. 420 from Jamison Jaguars. 420 from Jamison Jaguars for Dilip Chaudhary. 420 from Jamison Jaguars for Dilip Chaudhary. They really want him back. 420 from Jamison Jaguars. 420 from Jamison Jaguars for Dilip Chaudhary. 440. 440 from Old Monks. 440 from Old Monks. 440 from Old Monks. I understand the dilemma. He is a great player and he has come pretty early in the auction. Everybody is busy looking at their purse. 440 from Old Monks. 440 from Old Monks for Dilip Chaudhary. Do I see any interest on the right side? 440 from Old Monks for Dilip Chaudhary. 440 from Old Monks for Dilip Chaudhary. Seeing his track record, this bid seems like a good bid. Let's see if any other team is interested or not. Otherwise, we'll proceed for the final call. 440 from Old Monks. Do we have interest coming in? 440. How much do the Jamison Jaguars desire their ex-teammate? 440. 440 from Old Monks for Dilip Chaudhary. I don't see any interest on the right side. I'm going for the final call. 440 from Old Monks for Dilip Chaudhary. Hold. Congratulations. Let's proceed to the next player. It's again one more all-rounder, Sharad Thakur. Sharad Thakur for the base price of 100. Sharad Thakur for the base price of 100. Do I see any bids? Indri Renegades coming in. Base price 100, Indri Renegades. He's a great all-rounder. I see only bid coming in from Indri Renegades. Base price bid 100. He is a great all-rounder who performs well on both batting and bowling. He is a great fielder as well. And you need very great fielders in the box cricket to save you some boundaries. Malt Mavericks coming in 120, 160. He's raising the base price to 160. 180 from Indri. 180 from Indri. 180 from Indri. 220 directly. 220 from Malt. 240 from Indri. 240 from Indri Renegades. Indri Renegades doesn't want to lose. 260. 260 from Malt. 280 from Indri. 280 from Indri. 300 from Malt. 320 from Indri. This is interesting. 320 from Indri. 320 from Indri for Sharad Thakur. 320 from Indri. Indri Renegades. Sharad Thakur. 320, 340 from Malt Mavericks. 340, 360. Indri coming in again. 360 from Indri. Indri Renegades. Indri Renegades doesn't want to leave Sharad Thakur, it seems. 360 from Indri Renegades. 360 from Indri Renegades. 360 from Indri Renegades. Another great player came pretty good. 380 I see from Malts. 380 from Malts. 380 from Malt Mavericks. 380 from Malt Mavericks. 380 from Malt Mavericks. 380 from Malt Mavericks. Indri Renegades calculating how much do they spend this early. 380 from Malt Mavericks right now. The bid is at 380. 380 from Malt Mavericks for Sharit Thakur, all-rounder. 380, 380 from Malt Mavericks for Sharat Thakur. Indri, do they want to jump in again? Since there was a bidding war going on, I'm asking for courtesy. 380. I see 400 from Jamison Jaguars. 400 from Jamison Jaguars. Jamison Jaguars. 400. They want to pick up their first player, it seems. Sharat Thakur. It would be a great add-on for them. 400. Sharat Thakur. Malt Mavericks calculating again. 400 from Jamison Jaguars. 400 from Jamison Jaguars for Sharat Thakur. 400 from Jamison Jaguars for Sharat Thakur. I don't see any interest from Birds and Monks for Sharat. Indri, Malt and Jamison right now on the pitch. 400 Jamison Jaguars. 400 from Jamison Jaguars for Sharat Thakur, all-rounder player. 400. I see 420 from Indri. 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 Renegades for Sharat Thakur. Malt Mavericks. Jamison Jaguars. 440 from Jamison Jaguars. 440 from Jamison Jaguars for Sharat Thakur. They don't want to let up. 440 from Jamison Jaguars. 440 from Jamison Jaguars for Sharat Thakur. 440. 440 from Jamison Jaguars for Sharat Thakur. Sharat Thakur would be a great add-on for the team, or any team for that say. Great all-rounder, very great advantage on both bowling, batting and fielding. 440 from Jamison Jaguars. Do I see any other bids? Do I see any other bids? Malt Mavericks, Indri. 440 from Jamison Jaguars. Do I see any other bid? I'm going for the final call. 440 from Jamison Jaguars for Sharat Thakur. पहले उठा दिया था, so that's why I'm giving you. Just I was about to bang. No, it was raised. I already was in the motion, but it didn't bang. So I'm going with him. 460 from Indri. I'm just considering it now, but please try to take care of this in future. 460 Indri Renegades. 460 from Indri Renegades. 460 from Indri Renegades. 460 from Indri Renegades. 460 from Indri Renegades. 460, 480 I see from Jamison Jaguars. 480 from Jamison Jaguars. 480 from Jamison Jaguars for Sharat Thakur.
Great all-rounder, 480 from Jamison Jaguars. 480 from Jamison Jaguars for Sharad Thakur. 480 from Jamison Jaguars for Sharad Thakur. Great all-rounder. Do I see any other bid? Anybody reaching out to the placard? I'm going for the final call for the final time. 480 Sharad Thakur sold to Jamison Jaguars. I should mark it to 480 actually. Fine, give it. Congratulations, Jamison Jaguars. Let's proceed with another play. Next player, Arun Krish. Base price 60. Arun Krish. Base price 60. Do I see any base price bid? Arun Krish. He has a good strike rate. He also bowls. He might be a very good all rounder for any team. Base price 60. I think he's playing in DDK for the first time. He might become the dark horse of this tournament. Who knows? Arun Krish. Arun Krish. Base price 60. This is only the fourth player in this round. Arun Krish. Do I see any bid? Base price bid for Arun Krish. Rohit. Birds. Base price 60. Arun Krish. 80 from Malt. 80 from Malt Mavericks. 80. I see 100 from Indri. Indri 120 from Malt. 140. 160. 180. 200. 220. 220 from Indri. 220 from Indri Renegades for Arun Krish. 220. 220. 220 from Indri Renegades for Arun Krish. 220. 220 for Arun Krish from Indri Renegades. 220. 220 from Arun Krish. Arun Krish. 220. 220 for Arun Krish Indri Renegades. 220 from Indri Renegades for Arun Krish. Do I see any other bets? 240 from Malt Mavericks. 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 Sorry. 240 from Malt Mavericks for Arun Krish. Indri Renegade checking into the player, I think, or the player sponsor. 240 from Malt Mavericks. 240 from Malt Mavericks for Arun Krish. 240 for Arun Krish from Malt Mavericks. Do I see any other bids? 240 from Malt Mavericks for Arun Krish. 240 from Malt Mavericks for Arun Krish. Going for the final call, I see a raise from Indri. 260 from Indri. 260 from Indri. 260 from Indri. 260. 260 from Indri Renegades for Arun Krish. 260 from Indri Renegades for Arun Krish. Do I see any other bids? I think Indri Renegades owner changed their mind after talking over phone. 260 from Indri Renegades. 260 from Indri Renegades for Arun Krish. 260 from Indri Renegades for Arun Krish. Malt Mavericks was in the war. Do I see any interest from there? 260 from Indri Renegades. 260 from Indri Renegades for Arun Krish. Do I see any interest? Anybody reaching out a placard? I think everybody's having discussion over phone. 280 I see from Malts. 280 from Malt Mavericks. 280 from Malt Mavericks. 280 from Malt Mavericks. 280 from Malt Mavericks for Arun Krish. Oh, he raised a water bottle. I thought he's raising placard. 280 from Malt Mavericks. On the left side, any interest for Arun? 280 from Malt Mavericks. Do I see any bids? 280 from Malt Mavericks. Going for the final call. 280 from Malt Mavericks. Arun Krish sold to Malt Mavericks. 280. Oh, can I get my pen out? Let's proceed with the next player. Congratulations, Malt, on the first player. Next, we have Nitesh. Base price 100. 100. Base price bid I see from Indri. Base price bid I see from Indri. Nitesh. Nitesh Gupta. Nitesh Gupta. Base price 100 from Indri. Base price bid from Indri. 300 from Birds. 320 from Indri. 320 from Indri. 340. 500 from Birds. They want to retain their player, it seems. 500 from Birds. Nitesh. Nitesh Gupta. 500 from Birds. 500 from Birds for Nitesh Gupta. Indri went 520 I see. 520 from Indri. 540 from Birds. 540 from Birds. Nitesh Gupta. 560. 580 from Birds. 600. 620 from Birds. 640. Sorry, 620. 640 from Birds. No, 660 to Indri. 680 from Birds. 700 from Indri. 700 from Indri. 720 from Birds. 720 from Birds. 720 from Birds. 720. 720 from Birds. That PPT, if it would be good if technical team get circulate that points table and the remaining players, or at least the bot players. That sheet should be shared. If anybody in the audience have it, please share in our DSCC group. And I was at 720 from Birds. 720 from Birds for Nitesh. 720 from Birds for Nitesh Gupta. 720 from Birds for Nitesh Gupta. Great all-rounder player. He had a very good track record in the last season. One of the key contributing members of Birds Blitzers last season, because of which they won the tournament. 720 from Birds. 740 from Jamison Jaguars. 740 from Jamison Jaguars for Nitesh Gupta. 740 from Jamison Jaguars for Nitesh. 760 I see from Birds. 760. 760 from Birds for Nitesh. 760 from Birds for Nitesh. 760. 760 from Birds. 760. 760. 760 from Birds. This is the highest bid till now in this season. 760. 760. Do I see any interest from Jamison reaching out to placard, calculating their remaining purse size? 760 from Birds. 760 from Birds. 760 from Birds. 760 from Birds. Do I see any interest from Indri? Indri initially tried to fight. 760 from Birds. Old Monks, Malt Mavericks, Indri, Jamison. Do I see any bids? 760 from Birds Blitzers. For Nitesh Gupta. 760 from Birds. 780 from Jamison Jaguars. 780 from Jamison Jaguars. 780 from Jamison Jaguars. 780 from Jamison Jaguars for Nitesh Gupta. 780. How badly does Birds want their player back? 780 from Birds. 780. 800. 800 from Birds. 800. 800 from Birds. I think this is the highest bid till now in all seasons, maybe. No? Okay. 800. 800 from Birds. 800 from Birds for Nitesh Gupta. Highly sought out player. 800. Indri, do you want to jump back in? 800. Old Monks, do I see anybody coming in? 800. Anybody reaching out? 800. Going for the final call. 800. 800 from Birds for Nitesh. Gold. Congratulations on your first player, Birds. Let's proceed with the next player. Let me shuffle it a bit. It's better if somebody has a link. I would request to share it over WhatsApp. Technical team, can you handle it? Shall I proceed? Okay, cool. Let's proceed. The next player, Rudra Banerjee. Base price 80. Rudra Banerjee, base price 80. I see base price bet from Old Monks. Rudra Banerjee, 80 old from Old Monks. Rudra Banerjee, base price 80. Base price bet from Old Monks. Rudra Banerjee for 80 points from Old Monks. Rudra Banerjee for 80 from Old Monks. He's an all-round player, a great player in the box cricket. A lot of times he has played the role of Sankat Mochan and brought their team out of very difficult times. I see 100 from Indri. Indri. Indri Renegades coming in with 100. 120 from Old Monks. 140 from Indri. 160 from Monks. 180 from Indri. 200 from Monks. 220 from Indri. 220 from Indri. 220 from Indri. If you keep it raised, as soon as the next player bids, I'll automatically increase and give it to you. So 220, 240, 260. 260 to Indri. 260 to Indri. 300 raised by Old Monks. 300 from Old Monks. 300 from Old Monks. 300 for Rudra Banerjee from Old Monks. 300 from Old Monks. 300 for Rudra Banerjee. Do I see any other bids? Vivek reaching out to his old college mate. 320 from Indri. 320 from Indri. 320 from Indri. 320 from Indri for Rudra Banerjee. 320 from Indri for Rudra Banerjee. Great all-rounder player. 320 from Indri. 320 from Indri. 340 from Old Monks. 340 from Old Monks. 340 from Old Monks for Rudra Banerjee, all-rounder. 340 from Old Monks for Rudra Banerjee. A class assist in the Crick Heroes app. Rudra Banerjee. 340 from Old Monks. 360 from Indri. 360 from Indri. 380 from Old Monks. 380 from Old Monks. 380 from Old Monks for Rudra Banerjee. 380 for Rudra Banerjee from Old Monks. 380. 380 from Old Monks for Rudra Banerjee. 380. Indri calculating. Seems 400 from Indri. 400 from Indri for Rudra Banerjee. 400 from Indri for Rudra Banerjee. 400. 400. Any other owner wants to jump in? 400. 400 from Indri for Rudra Banerjee. 400 from Indri Renegades for Rudra Banerjee, all-rounder. 420. 420 from Old Monks. 420 from Old Monks. 420 from Old Monks for Rudra Banerjee. 420. 420 from Old Monks. A very miraculous number, 420 from Old Monks for Rudra Banerjee. 420 from Old Monks for Rudra Banerjee. Indri Renegades calculating, it seems. How much do they want to let up from their purse? 420 from Old Monks for Rudra Banerjee. Any other team coming in? Indri Renegades. 420 for Rudra Banerjee from Old Monks. Going for the final call. Anybody reaching out a placard? No. 420 from Old Monks. Rudra Banerjee sold. We'll give it like that only. Congratulations. So at the current state, we have Old Monks at I think they have so they can only buy one more player in this round. They already bought three players, so they can go for one more player in this round only. And I see that Indri Renegades has not opened their.
I have one question.
Yes.
If I don't open my account till the last time, and the last person is what I'll get that as the default, right?
Yes. By default, you will get it.
Okay.
That will happen. First round के end
But
में.
I have not opted anything. Whatever player I want is the last one. Yeah, then we have to match it.
ठीक.
If if I don't agree, then you can go till 1,000, 1,500 also. That is the point.
You have to purchase. Base price. Minimum you have to buy it. So okay. Let me conclude. If at the end of first round, if Indri Renegades doesn't, I think only Indri Renegades has not opened yet. They have not bought any players yet. But at the end of first round, if they like before the last person comes up from this envelope, the last person whoever comes up, they will be sold directly to Indri. No, well, what you can do? Base price, it will.
Because you guys are not allowing me. That is my budget, right? That is my budget.
You have to buy.
I hope. I cannot come back. I cannot come back. I have to buy. If I come back, then they will be buying it.
You have 13 options to buy. That's a very rare case.
Player. Yeah. But you are not going to stop. Right? I have to buy. What if he really wants it? What if he really wants it? He really wants it 500. If that is the case of a good player, if someone of 60, who decides what is the right price? What is the right price?
See, we are talking about a very hypothetical situation. I don't think this will arise. First of all, even if it arises, let's move forward. We will continue with the auction. Okay.
I think there should be one player. Let's move what if I get the next player right now. Let the scenario come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go with this round. Proceed with the round.
There should be some.
We will cap it. We will cap it. We will cross that bridge when it comes. Okay. All. 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 Okay. All. Everybody. Shivam, everybody. Like we will see at that time. Let's proceed with the auction. Okay. All good. I don't think that situation will arise. Let's proceed. When the time comes, we'll see. Okay, proceeding with the auction. Next player, Deepansh. Base price 80. I see base price bid from Indri Renegades. Indri, Indri Renegades coming in with base price 80. for Deepansh. Indri Renegades for base price 80 for Deepansh. Indri Renegades coming in with the base price 80 for Deepansh. Do I see any other bids? Do I see any other bids? Anybody reaching out? 100 from Jamison Jaguars. 120 from Indri. 120 from Indri. 120 from Indri. 140 from Jamison. 140 from Jamison Jaguars. 140 from Jamison Jaguars. 140 from Jamison Jaguars for the punch. 140. 140 from Jamison Jaguars. 140. 140 from Jamison Jaguars. He got the fielder of the tournament last season. It's very difficult to get catches in box cricket, but he was able to do that. 140 from Jamison Jaguars. And Jamison Jaguars realizes that because both of those catches were from Jamison Jaguars. Jamison Jaguars for 140 coming in for the punch. 140. 160 from Indri Renegades. 160 from Indri Renegades for the punch. 160. 160 from Indri Renegades. 160. 160 from Indri Renegades for the punch. 160. 180 from Jamison Jaguars. 180 from Jamison Jaguars. 180 from Jamison Jaguars. 180. 180 from Jamison Jaguars. 180 from Jamison Jaguars for the punch. Technical team, please try not to disturb owners. 180 from Jamison Jaguars for the punch. Seems like Malt Mavericks has left the field. 180 from Jamison Jaguars. Indri Renegades. I'll wait for a few minutes because he's stuck in that technical thing. 180 from Jamison Jaguars. 200 from Indri. 200 from Indri Renegades. 200 from Indri Renegades for the punch. 200. 200 from Indri Renegades. 200 from Indri Renegades. 200 from Indri Renegades for the punch. 200 from Indri Renegades. Jamison Jaguars calculating. Do I see any other team? 200 from Indri Renegades. Jamison Jaguars reaching out a placard. 200 from Indri Renegades. The current bid stands at 200. 200. 220 from Jamison Jaguars. 220 from Jamison Jaguars. 220 from Jamison Jaguars for the punch. Indri Renegades stuck in technical stuff. 220 from Jamison Jaguars. 220 from Jamison Jaguars for the punch. Do I see any other team interested? 220. 220 from Jamison Jaguars. 220 from Jamison Jaguars for Deepanj. 220 from Jamison Jaguars for Deepanj. Indri Renegades calculating. Seems they were stuck in some technicality. 220 from Jamison Jaguars. Should I go for the final call? Any other team interested? 220 from Jamison Jaguars. 220 from Jamison Jaguars. Going for the final call. 220. Deepanj sold to Jamison Jaguars. 220. Let's proceed to the next player, Anil Sharma. Base price 80. Anil Sharma, base price 80. Do I see any base price bid? Anil Sharma. Anil Sharma, a great bowler in box cricket. Base price bid 80 from Indri. 80 from Indri. 80 from Indri Renegades. 80 from Indri Renegades. Indri Renegades going for the first player. Base price bid from Indri Renegades 80 for Anil Sharma. Anil Sharma 80 to Indri Renegades. Teams calculating 80 from Indri Renegades. 80 from Indri Renegades. 80 from Indri Renegades. Sorry. 120 race. 120 from Malt Mavericks. 120 from Malt Mavericks. 120 from Malt Mavericks for Anil Sharma. 120. 120 from Malt Mavericks for Anil Sharma. 120 from Malt Mavericks for Anil Sharma. 140. 140 from Indri. 160 from Malt. 160 from Malt. 160 from Malt Mavericks for Anil Sharma. 160 from Malt Mavericks for Anil Sharma. 180 from Indri. 180 from Indri Renegades. 180, 200 from Malt Mavericks. 200 from Malt Mavericks for Anil Sharma. 200. The current bid is at 200. 220 from Indri. 240 from Malt. 240 from Malt Mavericks. 240 from Malt Mavericks. 240 from Malt Mavericks for Anil Sharma. 240, 240 from Malt Mavericks for Anil Sharma. 240 from Malt Mavericks for Anil Sharma. 240 from Malt Mavericks for Anil Sharma. 260 from Ghanshyam, Jamison Jaguars. 260 from Jamison Jaguars. 260 from Jamison Jaguars for Anil. 260, 260 from Jamison Jaguars for Anil Sharma. 260, 260, 260 from Anil Sharma for Anil Sharma from Jamison Jaguars. 280 from Indri. 280 from Indri Renegades. 280 from Indri Renegades. 280 from Indri Renegades. 280 from Indri Renegades for Anil Sharma, bowler. 280 from Indri Renegades, bowler. A very good count of wicket taken by Anil. 260. 2, 280 from Indri. 280 from Indri. 300 from James and Jaguars. 300 from James and Jaguars. 320 from Indri. 320 from Indri. 320 from Indri. 320 from Indri. Renegades. Manish switching in for Vivek for Old Monks. 320 from Indri. 320 from Indri. 320 320 from Indri Renegades. 340 from Jameson Jaguars. 340 from Jameson Jaguars. 340 from Jameson Jaguars for Anil Sharma. Bowler. 340. People don't want to let up and let Indri buy any player. 340 from Jameson Jaguars. 340 from Jameson Jaguars for Anil Sharma. Indri Renegades struggling to get one player. 340 from Jameson Jaguars. Indri Renegades calculating the first prize. 340. 340 from Jamison Jaguars. 360 from Indri. 360 from Indri. 360 from Indri. Renegades for Anil Sharma. 360. 360 from Indri Renegades. 360 from Indri Renegades for Anil Sharma. Do I see interest from Jamison, Birds, Maul? 360 from Indri Renegades. 360 from Indri Renegades for Anil Sharma. A very good bowler in box cricket. 360. 380 from Jamison Jaguars. 380. 400. 400 from Indri Renegades. 400 from Indri Renegades. 400 from Indri Renegades for Anil Sharma. 400 from Indri Renegades for Anil Sharma. 400 from Indri Renegades for Anil Sharma. 400. 400 from Indri Renegades. Vivek joining us back. 400. 400 from Indri Renegades. 420 from Jamison Jaguars. 420 from Jamison Jaguars. 420. 420 from Jamison Jaguars. 420 from Jamison Jaguars. Again at the lucky bid number 420. 420 for Anil Sharma from Jamison Jaguars. 420 from Jamison Jaguars. Indri. 440 from Indri. 440 from Indri for Anil Sharma. 460 from Jamison Jaguars. 460 from Jamison Jaguars. 460 from Jamison Jaguars for Anil Sharma. 480 from Indri. 480 from Indri. 480 from Indri for Anil Sharma. 480 from Indri for Anil Sharma. 480 from Indri Renegades. Shivam going up for his first player. 480 from Indri Renegades. 480 from Indri Renegades. 480 from Indri Renegades. 480 from Indri Renegades. For Anil Sharma. 480 from Indri Renegades for Anil Sharma. 480 from Indri Renegades for Anil Sharma. Jamison Jaguars having their discussion. 480 from Indri Renegades for Anil Sharma, a very great bowler. Very good record in box cricket. Indri Renegades 480. Jamison Jaguars. Do I see reaching out to placard? 480. 480. 480 from Indri Renegades for Anil Sharma. 500 from Jamison Jaguars. 520 from Indri. 520 from Indri. 520 from Indri. 520 from Indri for Anil Sharma. 520 from Indri for Anil Sharma. 520 from Indri for Anil Sharma. Jamison Jaguar owner calculating their purse. 520 20 from Indri for Anil Sharma. Do I see any other bid? 520, 520 for Anil Sharma. Going to Indri Renegade. Sold. Congratulations. Crisis over. Crisis over. So we are proceeding with the next player. Next player is Abhas Behre. Base price 60. Abhas. Abhas base price 60. Abhas base price 60. Do I see any bids? Do I see any bids? Abhas base price 60. Abhas base price 60 all rounder. Base price 60 all rounder. Abhas base price 60 all rounder. Abhas. Do I see any base price bid? He is a new player in DDK. I can sense the hesitation among owners. Abhas base price 60. Base price 60. Abhas. Do I see any bids? Do I see any bids? Any interest from any owner? Base price bid from Birds 60. 60 from Birds for Abhas. 60 for Abhas from Birds. He is an all-rounder player, new to this tournament from his stats. He's on the bowling. He would be an advantage on the bowling side as well. Abbas 60 from Birds. Do I see any other bids? Any other team coming in? He's a new player. He might become the unknown advantage that you miss. Base price 60 bid from Birds for Abbas. Abbas Behre 60 from Birds. Any other team coming in? 80 from Indri. 80 from Indri. Indri Renegades coming in with 80. 80 from Indri Renegades. 80 from Indri Renegades for Abbas. 80 from Indri Renegades for Abbas. Abbas Behre, all-rounder, 80 from Indri Renegades. Birds calculating. 80, 100 from Birds. 100 from Birds Blitzers, 100 from Birds for Abbas, 100, 100, 100 from Birds for Abbas Behre, all-rounder player, 100 from Birds, 100 from Birds for Abbas, Indri Renegades, are they coming in? Abbas, 100 from Birds, Abbas Behre, all-rounder player, do I see any other bid? Malt Mavericks, Jamison Jaguars, Old Monks, Jamison Jaguars doing the research, Indri Renegades thinking, Abbas Behre, 100 from Birds, going for the final call, 100 from Birds, Abbas Behre, sold. Nice. Huh. Next player, we have Vipin, base price 100. Vipin, 100 from Indri, 100 from Indri, 100 from Indri for Vipin, 100 from Indri Renegades for Vipin, 100 from Indri Renegades for Vipin. He's a great bowler. 100 from Indri Renegades for Vipin. Multiples of 20. 260 from Old Monks. 260 from Old Monks. 260, 260 from Monks. 260 from Monks for Vipin. 260, 260 from Monks for Vipin. 260, 260 from Monks for Vipin. A very good bowler. 280 from Indri. 280 from Indri. 280 from Indri for Vipin. 280, 280, 280, 280 from Indri. 280 from Indri for Vipin. A very good bowler in our tournament. Ex Malt Mavericks player. 280 from Indri Renegades for Vipin. 280 from Indri Renegades for Vipin. 280 from Indri Renegades for Vipin. 300. 300 from Malt Mavericks. 300 from Malt Mavericks for Vipin. 300. 300 from Malt Mavericks. 300 from Malt Mavericks for Vipin. 300 from Malt Mavericks for Vipin. KJS going in for his ex-teammate. 300. 300 from Malt Mavericks. 300 from Malt Mavericks for Vipin. Indri and Old Monks. 300. 300 for Vipin from Malt Mavericks. 320 from Indri. 320 from Indri. 340 from Malt. 340 from Malt Mavericks. 340 from Malt Mavericks. 340 from Malt Mavericks. 340. Sorry. 340 from Malt Mavericks. 340 from Malt Mavericks for Vipin. 340 from Malt Mavericks for Vipin. 340 from Malt Mavericks for Vipin. 360 from Indri. 380 from Malt Mavericks. 380. 380 from Malt Mavericks. 380 from Malt Mavericks. Somebody challenge from KGS. 380 from Malt Mavericks. 380 from Malt Mavericks. 380 from Malt Mavericks for Vipin. 380. 380 from Malt Mavericks for Vipin. 380 from Malt Mavericks for Vipin. Bowler. Ex Malt Mavericks player. Seemingly going to Malt Mavericks again. 380 from Malt Mavericks. 400 from Jamison Jaguars. 400 from Jamison Jaguars. 400 from Jamison Jaguars for Vipin. 400 from Jamison Jaguars for Vipin. 400 from Jamison Jaguars for Vipin. Bowler. 420. 420 from Indri. 420 from Indri. 420 from Indri Renegades for Vipin. 420 from Indri Renegades for Vipin. A very great bowler. 460 directly raised to 460 from Malt Mavericks. 460. 460 from Malt Mavericks. 460 from Malt Mavericks for Vipin. Owners checking their purse. 460. 460 for Vipin from Malt Mavericks. KJ is phoning on his ex-teammate. 460 from Malt Mavericks. 460. 460. 460 from Malt Mavericks for Vipin. Indri Renegades. Jamison Jaguars having their discussions, thoughts. 460 from Malt Mavericks for Vipin. Jamison Jaguars having a lengthy discussion. 460 from Malt Mavericks. Anybody reaching out a placard? Jamison Jaguars 480. 480 from Jamison Jaguars. 480 from Jamison Jaguars. 480 from Jamison Jaguars. 480 from Jamison Jaguars for Vipin. A very good bowler in box cricket. 480 from Jamison Jaguars. 480 from Jamison Jaguars for Vipin. 500. 500 from Malt Mavericks. 500 from Malt Mavericks. 500 from Malt Mavericks. 500 from Malt Mavericks for Vipin. 500 from Malt Mavericks for Vipin. 500 from Malt Mavericks for Vipin. Indri seems out of the race now. 500. 500 for Vipin from Malt Mavericks. Jamison again having a discussion, reaching out a placard. 520 I see. 520. 520 for Vipin from Jamison Jaguars. 520. 520 for Vipin from Jamison Jaguars. 520. 520 from Jamison Jaguars. How far does Malt Mavericks plan to go for Vipin? 520. 520, 520 from Jamison Jaguars. 520 from Jamison Jaguars. 520 from Jamison Jaguars for Whippin. 520 from Jamison Jaguars for Whippin. Malt Mavericks having discussion now. 520, 520. Birds, old monks totally out of this. 520, 520 for Whippin. 520 from Whippin. For Whippin from Jamison Jaguars. 520. Malt Mavericks coming in again. Are they coming in again? 520 Jamison Jaguars. 540 from Malt Mavericks. 540 from Malt Mavericks. 540 from Malt Mavericks. 540 from Malt Mavericks for Whippin. They won't let up, it seems. 540 from Malt Mavericks for Whippin. Jamison.
What is
540. 40. 540. 540. 540 from Malts. 540 from Malt Mavericks for Whippin. 540 from Malt Mavericks for Whippin. Going for the final call. Indri, do you want to jump in? Any other team owner? Jamison, discussion over it seems. 540 Whippin goes to Mavericks. Sold. Congratulations. Thank you. Proceeding with the next player. How many players are left in this round in my team? Tell me. Seems we have, I think, 3 players left. And the next player is Rahul Naryani. Rahul Naryani, base price 80. Rahul Naryani, base price 80. All rounder. Rahul Naryani, base price 80. All rounder. Do I see any bids? Indri. Birds. Rahul Naryani, base price 80. Rahul Naryani, base price 80. All rounder. Rahul Naryani, base price 80. He was part of the last tournament. Base price 80. Rahul Naryani. Base price 80. Rahul Naryani. Birds in the malt. I see Malt and Jamison having discussion. Rahul Naryani, base price 80. Do I see any interest? Anybody reaching to placard? Rahul Naryani, base price 80. Birds. Birds, base price 80 bid for Rahul Naryani. Rahul, base price 80 from Birds. Birds, Ledgers 80 to Rahul. All rounder. Birds 80 for Rahul Naryani. Do I see any other interest? Anybody reaching to placard? 100 from Indri. 100 from Indri. Indri Renegades going for Rahul. 100 from Indri for Rahul. All rounder. 100 from Indri Renegades. 100 from Indri Renegades for Rahul. 100 from Indri Renegades for Rahul. All-rounder player, Jamison, Malt, Birds, planning to jump in. 100 from Indri Renegades. 100 from Indri Renegades. Birds. 100 from Indri Renegades. 100 from Indri Renegades for Rahul. 100 from Indri Renegades for Rahul, all-rounder. Do I see interest from Jamison? 100 from Indri Renegades. Anybody reaching to placard? 100 from Indri Renegades. Going for the final call. 100 from Indri Renegades. Rahul. Sorry. The second last player of this round. And we have Rohit Ranjan. Rohit Ranjan, base price 80. Rohit Ranjan, base price 80. Rohit Ranjan, base price 80. Base price bid from Old Monks, 80 from Monks for Rohit Ranjan. Rohit Ranjan, Old Monks going for 80 for Rohit Ranjan. Rohit Ranjan, base price bid 80 from Old Monks. Rohit Ranjan, 100 from Old Mavericks. 100 from Old Mavericks. 120 from Old Monks. 140 from Indri. 140 from Indri. 140, 160 from Malts. 180 from Old Monks. 180 from Old Monks. 180 from Old Monks. 180 from Old Monks for Rohit Ranjan. Rohit Ranjan, base price was 80. We have reached till 180 from Old Monks. Current bid at 180 for Rohit Ranjan. He is an all-rounder player. 180 from Monks. 180 from Monks for Rohit Ranjan. Do I see interest from Malts? Discussion going on. Indri, 180 from Malts. Indri planning to jump in. No. Monks. Sorry, Old Monks. And we have 200 from Malt Mavericks. 200 from Malt Mavericks. 200 from Malt Mavericks. 200 from Malt Mavericks for Rohit Ranjan. All-rounder player. 200 from Malt Mavericks. 200 from Malt Mavericks for Rohit Ranjan. Monks planning to jumping again. 200 from Malt Mavericks. Manish Mani coming as stand-in for Old Monks. 200 from Malt Mavericks for Rohit Ranjan. Jamison Jaguars, discussion going on. Indri seems out. Birds, we have 220 from Indri Renegades. 220 from Indri Renegades. 220 from Indri Renegades for Rohit Ranjan. 220 from Indri Renegades for Rohit Ranjan. 220 from Indri, 240 from Malt Mavericks, 240 from Malt Mavericks, 240 from Malt Mavericks for Rohit Ranjan, 240 from Malt Mavericks for Rohit Ranjan, all-rounder player, 240, 240 from Malt Mavericks, sorry, 240 from Malt Mavericks for Rohit Ranjan. Indri, still thinking. Jamison, Old Monks, planning to come again. Bird still out. Rohit Ranjan, 240 from Malt Mavericks. I see 260 from Birds. 260 from Birds. 260 from Birds for Rohit Ranjan. 260 from Birds for Rohit Ranjan. 260 from Birds Blitzers for Rohit Ranjan, all-rounder player. 260 from Birds. 260 from Birds. Malt Mavericks planning to come again. Having discussion. 260, 280 from Malts. You should not keep this. 2, 280, 300. 300 from Birds. 300 from Birds. 300 from Birds. 300 from Birds for Rohit Ranjan. 300 from Birds for Rohit Ranjan. 300 from Birds for Rohit Ranjan. All-rounder player. 320 from Malt Mavericks. 340 from Birds. 340 from Birds. 340 from Birds. 340 from Birds for Rohit Ranjan. Left side has gone cold. 340 from Birds. 340 from Birds. Malt Mavericks having their discussion. Indri out. Seems out. Old Monks. Jamison. 340 from Birds. Malt Mavericks. Are they coming in again? 340 from Birds. Do I see anybody reaching out to placard? 340 from Birds for Rohit Ranjan. 360. 360 from Malt Mavericks. 360 from Malt Mavericks. 360 from Malt Mavericks. 360 from Malt Mavericks for Rohit Ranjan. 360 from Malt Mavericks for Rohit Ranjan. 360 from Malt Mavericks for Rohit Ranjan, all-rounder player. Birds now having their discussion. 380 from Birds. 380 from Birds. 380 from Birds for Rohit Ranjan. 380 from Birds for Rohit Ranjan. 380 from Birds for Rohit Ranjan. Malt Mavericks and Birds having their bidding war. 380 from Birds. 380 from Birds. Old Monks totally out now. 380 from Birds. Indri also not coming in. And Jamison has left the pitch totally. 380 from Birds. 380 from Birds. 380 from Birds for Rohit Ranjan. Going for the final call. Uh, Going for the final call. Owner of Jamison Jaguars is back. I'll just wait for him to come back. Going for the final call. 380 from Birds for Rohit Ranjan. Cold. Congratulations. The last player of this round now. I also don't know who is it. Naman, base price 100, base price 100, Naman. Do I see any bid? 100 base price bid from Indri. 100 from Indri for Naman. 100 from Indri. 500 from Naman. Directly raised to 500 by old monks. 500. 500 from old monks. 500. 500. I think everybody wants a break now. That's why the bidding was raised this high. 500 seems 520 from Buds. 540 from Old Monks. 540 from Old Monks. 540 from Old Monks. 560 from Buds. 580. 580 from Monks. 600 from Buds. 620 from Monks. 640 from Buds. 660. 660. 660 from Old Monks. 660 from Old Monks for Naman. 660, 660, 660 from Old Monks for Naman. Any player coming, any owner coming in now. 660 from Old Monks. Buds, Buds out. Going for the final call. 660 from Old Monks for Naman. Told. And with this, we have arrived at the end of first round. We don't have any unsold players this round. So that's a very good thing. It was a good auction for all the players. And so we will be taking a short break and we'll be coming back very soon. Can you please cut the live stream now? We are all going for a 15 minutes break. We'll be back very soon, within 15 minutes. Thank you all.